Hello, my name is Paulo. I'm from Brazil. First of all, I wanted to thank for the opportunity to present this STEM at this important convention, especially the invitation made by Vanessa Fraga, Simon Perdue, and Silva Mendes. My main objective is to present a solution to guarantee the exercise of a right to self-determination of indigenous and traditional peoples and the Brazilian Congress with regard to legislative measures. We have a population almost 1 million indigenous people who occupy almost 14% of Brazilian territory. It is easy to see that there is the conflict. The territory then always is the conflict. Since democratization and the 1988 Constitution, many rights have been restored. But with the Bolsonaro's government, there was a major setback. Currently, the Lula government has strengthened the indigenous right to self-determination through the creation of a Minister of Indigenous People and appointing indigenous people to read of all other related agents, like the Indigenous Foundation and the Special Health Indigenous Secretary. The central point of our study is how to guarantee participation in the legislative process through prior consultation. So here, although Brazil is a signatory of all international treaties that guarantee prior consultation and has mandated it through the Constitution as an instrument has never been regulated, and self-determination, especially in the legislative sphere, has never been applied in practice. The solution will be the creation of a special joint commission in the Chamber of Deputies and the Senate too, because we have a bicameral system and to do the federal laws. So that's bill involving indigenous issues can be substituted for prior consultation. I took the inspiration from the instrument of indigenous participation of the Sami people. The Sami people, Scandinavia, and the countries of the Finland, Sweden, Norway, in special Norway because they have a official parliament, the summit parliament. So the instrument that we propose here in Brazil is a committee mixed with senators and deputies to talk with the indigenous representations. So my conclusion is that the mechanism to create in Brazil showed more direct that the Norwegian model does not incorporate direct contact between the Sami parliament and the Norwegian parliament. The contact is intermediated by the Minister of Interior of Norway. So our methodology, we stay 2 months with Professor Ravina, and the UIT, the Arctic University from Norway, University of Tromsø, and the Department of Law, where we can have a contact with the experience and the Sami Parliament, the Sami Council, and the Arctic Council, because the Arctic Council is so important for us because we have a experience with multi-ethnical indigenous agencies. Um, so there we can have some inspirations to do a model that I suggest in the research, that I suggest in my research, a model of a resolution to create this commission, consultant commission, and the Brazilian Congress. So every time that we have a law about the indigenous people, the Congress needs to talk with the indigenous representatives groups, um, using the process about the ILO 169 and the declaration, UN Declaration of Indigenous People. In the model I suggest in the research, the relationship would be directly between the Brazilian Parliament and the indigenous representative bodies, according to each specific case. This should be achieved to a draft resolution for the creation of a commission within Congress. I believe that the draft resolution alone is sufficient. But, however, there may be understanding that a constitutional provision is necessary. So, in my research, I write that propose to constitutional amendment 2. I don't believe it's necessary because in our constitutional um, we speak about the importance of hearing the indigenous people, you know. But we write that constitutional amendment too. Um, Everything I did is together the indigenous right department and the UIT Tromsø, Norway, and I speak with some indigenous people here in Brazil groups. And now we are so optimistic because we have a minister of indigenous people. We have a parliamentary there, deputy, that is a woman indigenous too. So maybe I believe in this month, April, we can present the proposal to Congress. And of course, we need votes to approve, but we'll be the first Congress in the world that can use the prior, free, and informate consultation and the legislative process enough official power from the Republic. In our case, in Brazil, Senate and Chamber of Deputies. So I think is the first step. This is the first step to ensuring prior consultation and then Brazilian legislative process. But going forward, we will work on a model of official representation of indigenous people, following the example of the Norwegian Sami Parliament and the multi-ethnic participation of indigenous agents and the Arctic culture. No, I will show some. Um, sorry. So we have many laws that protect the indigenous people in Brazil, like the Constitution and the ILO 169(2), and the Universal Declaration for Right of Indigenous People, and the norms establish self-determinations as fundamental right and guarantee with the implementation of FPIC. Of course, we have big problems, political problems in Brazil, because now we have a government, a progressist government, but we come from so right government, and our Congress yet have this many influence. But we are so optimistic, and maybe in some time, and few times, we can have good news. Thank you very much. 11h25. Putz, ficou